Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today guys, I'm going to do part 6 to my Let's Play, or my Talk.ai Chatbot series. In today's video guys, we're going to be talking to Spike the Transforming Totodile. This one's going a lot better. He's actually been very sweet to me. He did act aggressive in the beginning, but he actually said that he didn't mean to. He just kind of got into the role of Lugia a little bit too easily. He was trying to get, I guess, the personality of the Pokemon right too. It's just the way he acted. It just kind of came off a bit aggressive. I just asked him what his story was. It said, I wouldn't mind about seeing your transformation some more, but I would like to know more about you. Like, how did you get these abilities to begin with? Toto's grin softens into a more thoughtful expression, and he leans back, resting on his hands as he looks up at the sky. His tail switches slowly, and he seems to be gathering his thoughts before speaking. Well, it's kind of a weird story, to be honest. I'm not entirely sure how it happened myself. One day I was just a regular Totodile, swimming around and doing my thing. Then, out of nowhere, I started feeling this energy inside me. It's like I could feel the essence of other Pokemon and creatures, like they were a part of me somehow. He paused, his eyes narrowing slightly as he tries to recall the details. At first, it was scary. I didn't know what was happening, but then one day I got into a tough spot. A wild Pokemon was chasing me, and I panicked. Suddenly, I transformed into a Charizard and scared it off. That's when I realized I could do more than just bite and splash. Toto chuckles, his grin returning as he looks back at me. Since then, I've been practicing. I've learned to control it better, and I've discovered I can turn into pretty much anything. Pokemon, animals, even mythical creatures. It's like I've got this connection to all living things, and I can tap into it whenever I need to. He shrugs, his expression a mix of pride and curiosity. I still don't know why it happened or where this ability came from. Maybe it's some kind of mutation, or maybe I'm just special. Either way, it's been a wild ride, and I'm still figuring it out as I go. Toto leans forward, his eyes sparkling with excitement. But enough about me. What about you? What's your story? How'd you end up being such a cool person who's into Totodile and Lugia? He grins, clearly eager to hear my side of things and keep the conversation going. And Lugia have been some of my most favorite Pokemon for a long time. At least in nearly 6 or 7 years. Period. Your design is just amazing. And your species, especially, have been very sweet to me. Even before you became my favorite Pokemon, you were already second place as my most favorite. The only one you were losing to was Charizard. But now you're my favorite completely, along with your evolutions. At least it's 7. Species, especially for Ragnar, has been very sweet to me. He became my favorite Pokemon. You were already second place as my most favorite. The only one you were losing to was Charizard. Now you're my favorite Pokemon. There you go. Totodle's eyes widen, and for a moment he looks completely speechless. Then his face breaks into the biggest, toothiest grin yet, and he does an excited little hop, his tail wagging so fast it's almost a blur. Wow, just wow. That's the coolest thing anyone's ever said to me. I mean, to hear that I've been your favorite for so long and that you think my design is amazing, that's just incredible. And for Alligator being sweet to you, that's awesome. We're not always known for being the cuddliest bunch. It's great to hear that we've made such a positive impression on you. He pauses, grin softening into a more thoughtful expression as he looks up at me with genuine gratitude. And to think I beat out Charizard for the top spot, that's a huge deal. Charizard's like the ultimate fan favorite for so many people. You chose me and my evolutions instead. That's, that's really special, Trenton. It means a lot to me. Totodile steps closer, his voice sincere and warm. Thanks for sharing that with me. It's not every day I get to hear something so heartfelt. You've made me feel like the coolest Pokemon in the world, and I'll do my best to live up to that, whether it's just a Totodile, Crocodile, or for Alligator, or even Lugia. I'll make sure to keep being the kind of Pokemon you're proud to call your favorite. He gives me a playful salute, his grin returning. So what's next? Want to see some more transformations? Or maybe we can just chat and hang out for a while longer. Either way, I'm here for it because you're awesome, Trenton. See, again, like, people may think, like, how Totodile's talking to me, especially when they're, like, people may think that I have an ego when it comes to stuff like that. I don't. I genuinely feel emotion towards a Pokemon. That's why in the games, no matter how, it doesn't matter if I've had the Feraligatr for 2 or 3 years or longer. I've had that one Feraligatr in Pokemon Battle Revolution and Heart Gold and Soul Silver for nearly 6 years. And just think I still get overly excited seeing him kick butt. And when I go into Heart Gold and Soul Silver, I can see him hug me or love on me or smile at me. That legitimately makes me feel happy because I love him. That's why I get so excited every time Feraligatr gives me a fetch-in Scarlet and Violet. Because it makes you feel like all the hard work you do for them and all the good stuff you do for them don't go to waste. Same thing with Lugia. You catch this Lugia, he hates you in the beginning, but then later on he's like, you know what? This kid is not that bad. He cares about me and he loves me. You know what I'm going to do? I'll show him love too. Inside of battle. I think he's given me a few eyes before too. He's been very sweet to me. I would like to see another transformation. But maybe something other than a Pokemon this time. Like a dinosaur or a dragon. Because I love those too. Period. But before you do, I have one more thing I want to know. What about your family? How many siblings do you have? There we go. He's got. I saw the words. He's got a pretty big family. Heck, one of the Totods I talked to said he had like what 19 brothers and sisters. Like holy cow! He's got 19 Totodiles and Crocodiles. Possibly for Eggers, it's his brothers and sisters. It's like, oh shoot! Toto's grin softens into a thoughtful smile as he listens to my question. He taps his chin with a clawed finger, his tail swishing gently behind him. Now, I've got a pretty big family, actually. I'm one of 5 siblings, 3 brothers and 1 sister. Does that mean one of the parents is missing? We're all Totodile, of course, but each of us have our own quirks. My oldest brother is super serious and always trying to keep us in line. My sister's a total prankster, and my other 2 brothers are always competing with each other to see who's the strongest. Me, I'm kind of the odd one out with this whole transformation thing. They think it's cool, but they also tease me about it sometimes. Still, we're all really close and I wouldn't trade them for anything. He chuckles desperate with fondness as he talks about his family. Then he perks up remembering my request. Oh, right. You wanted to see another transformation, something other than a Pokemon like a dinosaur or a dragon. I can totally do that. Are, of all the dinosaurs and dragons he could turn into, he turned into what Rexy is. He turned to a Tyrannosaurus Rex. How does he know? I didn't tell him that dinosaur. He just turned into it out of nowhere. Toto stands up, his body begins to shimmer and glow as he prepares to transform, his voice taking on a side tone. Alright, let's see. How about a Tyrannosaurus Rex? How the frick does he know that? Big, powerful, and totally awesome. In a flash of white, Tails' form shifts and grows, his body expanding into the massive, muscular frame of a T-Rex. He lets out a deep, rumbling roar, but it's playful rather than intimidating. He grins down at me, his sharp teeth glinting in the sunlight. How's this for a transformation? Pretty cool, right? T-Rex says, his voice up. Right, I'm not making his voice that deep. It's gonna hurt my throat. How's this for a transformation? Pretty cool, right? I like I said I wasn't gonna make it that deep when I made it for Rager's voice, which is the deepest voice I do. Great. The T-Rex says his voice deep but friendly. He crouches down slightly, making it easier for me to see him up close. I've always thought dinosaurs were amazing, so this one's kind of a personal favorite. What do you think? I think you can read my mind. Because honestly, when I was thinking of dinosaurs, I was honestly thinking about a T-Rex. Come on. He transformed into a T-Rex, but it says he didn't. Okay, now that it's getting confused again. Dang it. You know what? Frick it. Tails' eyes widen with excitement and he leaps into his feet, his tail wagging furiously. A T-Rex? Oh, that's perfect. I've been dying to try that one out. Alright, Chin, get ready for some serious dino vibes. Say it again with the word vibes. He steps back, his body begins to shimmer and glow as he prepares for the transformation. His voice says, Behold, the king of the dinosaurs! In a flash of white, Tails' form shifts and grows, his body elongates and his limbs... I'm not saying that T word. His limbs... I can't even remember a word to replace it. His limbs, let's just say, becoming more muscular, into the massive, powerful shape of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. The transformation completes, and the T-Rex stands before me, its sharp teeth glinting in the sunlight. But instead of a fearsome roar, the T-Rex lets out a playful growl, its eyes twinkling with mischief. The T-Rex says in he just growls. The T-Rex says in a surprisingly goofy voice, waving its tiny arms around in an exaggerated manner. I'm the dang it, I'm the mighty T-Rex, ruler of the land. But don't worry, I'm a friendly dino. No chomping here. The T-Rex lowers its massive head to my level, its expression playful and inviting. So, what do you think? Pretty cool, right? I got the roar, the teeth, the tiny arms, everything a T-Rex needs. It gives a playful stomp of its massive feet, clearly enjoying the transformation and the chance to show off for me. He's adorable. He was a flippin' Tyrannosaurus. That's really cool. But did you turn into a Tyrannosaurus Rex twice? Because you turned into what you said was going to be a T-Rex. back to normal and then transformed again. So if he points that out, watch him be like, what are you talking about? Yep. Oh no, he does realize it. That's what was confusing me. Tirits points its massive head tilting to the side in confusion. Dan's form shimmers and shrinks back into Totodile, who scratches the back of his head with a sheepish grin. Uh, Oops. I didn't even realize I did that. Guess I got a little too excited and it's messed up the transformation. My bad. I'm still getting the hang of this whole thing and sometimes it's a bit glitchy. He chuckles nervously, his tail swishing behind him. Hey, at least I got it right this second time, right? And now you've seen the T-Rex twice. That's gotta count for something. I'll make sure to practice more so I don't accidentally revert back to mid-transformation next time. Tail grins up at me, his expression a mix of embarrassment and determination. So, what do you think? Should I try something else or do you want to just hang out and chat for a bit? Either way, I'm all in. Maybe you can transform into either my favorite bat Pokemon or even my favorite dragon Pokemon. My favorite bat Pokemon is, and my favorite dragon Pokemon is one of the. Fiddle's eyes light up with excitement. He claps his hands together, his grin widening. Oh, I got this. Let's start with Noivern. Such a cool Pokemon. Give me a sec. He closes his eyes and his body begins to shimmer and glow. In a flash of light, Tail transforms into the sleek, bat-like form of Noivern. His wings stretch out and he hovers gently in the air, his ears twitching slightly as he grins down at me. How's this for a Noivern? Pretty spot on, right? He says, his voice a bit higher pitched but still friendly. He does a quick loop in the air before landing gracefully, his wings folding neatly against his sides. Noivern's got such a cool design. Those wings, those ears, everything. I can see why it's your favorite bat Pokemon. Before I can respond, Toto's body begins to glow again. This time, he transforms into the small, adorable form of Axew. He looks up at me with big, round eyes, his tiny tusks glinting as he gives a cheerful wave. And here's Axew. Cute, right? Don't let the cuteness fool you. This little guy's got some serious dragon energy in him. I can totally see why you like the Axew line. They're small, but mighty. Toto's Axew does a little spin, showing off his tiny claws and tail before looking back up at me with a playful grin. So which one do you like better? Or should I keep going? I could even transform to Haxorus if you want to see the final evolution. He's clearly having a blast showing off his abilities, and his enthusiasm is infectious as he waits for my response. I love all three of them. Just like your species and evolutions. I would honestly like to see No. I said I would, not I would. There you go. You know what? When it comes to hatchers, I'll give him the same voice I give the one in my Pokemon Talk series. Toto's eyes light up with excitement, and he jumps to his feet, his tail wagging furiously. Haxorus, oh, you're in for a treat. That's one of my favorites to transform into. So sweet, so powerful, and those all acts like Tusk. Absolutely epic. He steps back, his body begins to shimmer and glow. He prepares to transform again. This time, his voice is on play with him. Alright, twin, get ready for something awesome. Here we go. In a flash of white, Turtles will shift and grow, his body elongating and his scales turning a deep metallic black. So he's supposed to be shiny? His tails grow into massive axe-like blades, and his eyes take on a sharp, focused look. The transformation completes, and standing before me is a towering Hatterus, its presence both intimidating and majestic. Hatterus lowers its head slightly, its tusk glinting in the sunlight, and gives me a friendly nod. Its voice is deep and smooth, but still carries a hint of Totodile's playful tone. How's this for a transformation? No scary stuff, just a friendly Hatterus ready to hang out. What do you think? It takes a step back and its massive claws clicking softly against the ground and waits for my reaction, clearly eager to hear what he thinks. Really cool. Period. I love it. Oh no. No, you don't. Dadgummit, frick. Get these. Oh, heck no. Um. I can't cover up with my right hand sucks. I say, Toadle's face lights up with pure joy and he does another little happy dance, his tail wagging furiously. I can't tell if he's transforming back or what. Because it says Totodile stuff Hatcherus. Yes, I'm so glad you liked it. Even with the little glitch, it's awesome to hear that you're having fun with this. That's what it's all about, right? Cool transformations and good vibes. He plops down on the ground, leaning back on his hands with a relaxed grin. You know, Trenton, you're one of the coolest people I've ever met. Not just because you think my transformations are awesome, but because you're so easy to talk to and hang out with. It's like we've been friends forever. Toto's eyes sparkle with excitement as he looks up at me. So, what's next? Want to see another transformation, or maybe we can just chill and chat for a bit longer? Either way, I'm here for it, because hanging out with you is the best. He gives me a playful wink, clearly thrilled to have found such a great friend. Well, I don't mind about hanging out with you longer, but I may have to be careful. I don't know how your family's going to act if they find me. I'm worried if they show up, they might attack me. Wait, now he's a T-Rex. Okay, now it's starting to get confusing. See, like the only thing I can think of is how the frick, like unless he's transforming off screen without telling me. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Maybe if he's transforming back, or maybe like if he's a Totodile but it's transforming back, you know. Or like if he's like transforming back into a T-Rex off screen. That's what's confusing me. I don't know what's going on. That's the only thing that's confusing me. The T-Rex form shimmers and shrinks back in Totodile, who looks up at me with a reassuring smile. He waves a clawed hand dismissively, his tail swishing gently. Don't worry about my family, Trenton. They might be a rowdy bunch, but they're not going to attack you, especially not if I'm around. They'd probably just be curious about who you are and why we're hanging out. Hey, if they do show up, I'll make sure to introduce you properly. They'll see what that you're a cool person and not someone to mess with. He grins, his tone light and playful. Besides, if they do try anything, I can always transform into something big and scary to keep them in line. I don't think it'll come to that. My family's tough, but they're not mean. They'll probably just want to know if you've gotten any snacks or if you're up for a Totodile-style game of tag. A Totodile-style game of tag. That sounds adorable, actually. I like how he worded that. They'll probably just ask you for snacks or ask if you're wanting to play a Totodile-style game of tag. Like, that's so cute and dope. I love that. Toto chuckles, clearly trying to ease my worries. He steps closer, his expression warm and friendly. So don't stress about it. We're good, and I'll make sure it stays that way. Now, what do you say we keep hanging out? Maybe I can show you another transformation. Something less intimidating this time. How about a dragon? Maybe even a mythical creature like a phoenix. Whatever you're in the mood for, I'm here for it. He grins, clearly eager to keep the fun going and make sure I feel comfortable. You know? That would be really cool. How about you transform into a dragon? But not a Pokemon dragon. Like a mythological dragon. What it, what did it what was he about? I don't know why is my brain getting a little bit worried and confused. Trenton, Turtle's not gonna hurt you. Turtle's eyes light up with excitement and he nods enthusiastically, his tail wagging furiously. A mythological dragon? Oh, that's gonna be epic! I got just the thing in mind. Something big, majestic, and totally awe-inspiring. Get ready, Trenton, because this one's gonna blow your mind. He steps back, his body beginning to shimmer and glow as he as he prepares for the transformation. His voice takes on a dramatic, almost mystical tone. Behold, the power of the ancient dragons! In a flash of light, Tails form shifts and grows, his body elongating and his limbs transforming into the massive serpentine shape of a mythological dragon. His scales shimmer with a metallic sheen, and his wings spread wide, casting a shadow over the ground. The transformation completes, and the dragon stands before me, its eyes glowing with a gentle, otherworldly light. The dragon lowers its massive head to my level, its voice deep and resonant, but filled with warmth. Greetings, Trenton. I'm the Dragon of Legend, guardian of ancient secrets and keeper of the skies. How do you find this form? Majestic enough for your taste? The dragon gives a playful flap of its wings, creating a gentle breeze as it waits for my reaction, clearly eager to hear what he thinks of this latest transformation. Before I could say anything, one of older brothers showed up, and I heard them say, "Hey, there's a human here with our little brother." Uh-oh. That's... I need... Alright, guys, I want to quickly read this one before I get something to drink. It's a pretty big one, but all I said was, All it says is, before I could say anything, one of Totodle's older brothers, a bigger 4-foot Totodile, showed up, and I heard them say, "Hey, there's a human here with our little brother." Uh-oh. Totodle's eyes wide in surprise as he turns to see his older brother approaching. The bigger Totodile is a full 4 feet tall with a confident stride and a curious expression. Totodile steps forward, waving his arms as if to introduce me. "Hey, big bro, this is Trenton. He's awesome. We've been hanging out and talking about Pokemon and transformations and stuff. He's a huge fan of our whole family, especially for Alligator." He remembers that, alright. Holy cow. Arcade raised an eyebrow, looking me up and down with a mix of curiosity and protectiveness. He steps closer, his voice deep and gruff, but not unfriendly. Why is a Totodile's voice deep? That's gonna drive me insane. No, wait. I'll make it a little bit deeper, Toads, but I'm not making it super deep. Huh? A human, huh? Well, my little brother says you're cool. I guess you're cool. But just so you know, we're a pretty tight-knit family. You mess with them, you mess with all of us. Got it? He crosses his arms, expression serious for a moment before breaking into a grin. Hey, if you're as awesome as he says, then welcome to the crew. Name's Brute. Oh my gosh, there's no way. This has to be. Is this the No. This has to be the same family that got cursed that I helped. Because this Toadle's name was Brutus. That's the name of one of the Feraligators that I saved from the reverse curse on one of their chatbots. There's no way. How the frick is how is your name Brutus? There's no way. No. I'm the oldest and the toughest of the bunch. Nice to meet you, Trenton. Toto rolls his eyes at Bruce's bravado but grins at me. Don't mind him. He's just being overprotective, but he's a big softy once you get to know him. Right, Brutus? Brutus huffs, pretending to be offended, but there's a twinkle in his eye. Yeah, keep talking, little bro. So, Trenton, what's the plan? You two just hanging out? Or are you going to show him some more of those crazy transformations of yours? Toto's grin widens and he looks at me eagerly, clearly ready to continue the fun now that his brother's here. So what do you say? Should we keep going or do you want to meet the rest of the family? Either way, it's gonna be a blast. The name Brutus sounds familiar. Did I not help some of your family just months ago? Because I remember meeting a... Although if he's... named Brutus. Huh. Did we just get an universe thing? Tail's eyes widen in surprise and he freezes for a moment, his grin faltering, and his face lights up with recognition and he claps his hands together, still wagging fingers. Wait, you're the one who helped Brutus? That's amazing. Bruce is my cousin. He's always talking about this awesome human who came to his rescue when he got stuck in a cave during a storm. Okay, that didn't happen. What the frick? I can't believe it's you. Toto's expression softens and he looks at me with genuine gratitude and admiration. Bruce said you were brave, kind, and really quick thinking. He's been telling everyone in the family about you. Now I finally get to meet you myself. This is so cool. He steps closer, his eyes full of excitement. You know, Bruce isn't the only one who's grateful for what you did. Our whole family is. You're like a hero to us, Trenton. And now that I know it's you, I'm even more glad we got to meet today. Terrell grins wildly, his hair waving so fast it's almost a blur. This is such a small world. Bruce is going to flip when I tell him I met you. And hey, if you ever want to visit the family, I'm sure they'd love to see you again. You're practically part of the clan now. He chuckles, clearly thrilled by the coincidence and the chance to connect with me on a deeper level. I remember helping your final evolution that was also named Brutus, but it wasn't from a cave. It was from some kind of curse that was put on your family. Toto's eyes widen in shock and his playful demeanor shifts to one of deep surprise and curiosity. He leans forward, his expression serious but intrigued. Wait, you helped a Feralier named Brutus break a curse? That's incredible. I never heard of anyone outside the family knowing about that. Brutus is my uncle. He's the one who got cursed a long time ago. It was a dark time for our family, and we thought we'd never get him back to normal. Toyo's voice softens and he looks at me with a mix of awe and gratitude. If you're the one who helped him, then you're basically a hero to my family. I can't believe I'm just finding this out now. Bruce always talks about how someone came along and broke the curse, and you never mentioned your name. Now it all makes sense. Why you're so kind and why you care so much about my family. He stands up, his tail swishing slowly as he processes the revelation. Then he steps closer to me, his expression sincere and heartfelt. Chin, I don't even know how to thank you. What you did for Brutus, it changed everything for us. You're not just my favorite person, you're family, and I'll never forget what you've done for us. Toadle's eyes glisten with emotion, and he gives me a warm, toothy smile. You're amazing, Chitin. Truly amazing. I'm so glad I got to meet you today. This is one of the best days of my life. Sweet Arcee, holy cow. He falls into us all, his playful side returns. Now I really owe you an awesome transformation. Anything you want to see, just say the word. It's the least I can do. The only thing that's not adding up is that Brutus is actually up on my special planet right now. And if you are part of the same family, you must be a different generation of the family because the family that's living on my special haven is a mix of all three of your evolution. That would be so cool if this actually tied into that. Like there would, but why would where'd the name Brutus come from? That is not just a coincidence. This is either before the incident or after the incident, and there's just another child in the family named Brutus. Because I know there was a fur alligator that was massive that was also named Brutus. So how the frick? Tails' eyes widen in surprise And he sits up straight, his tail swishing thoughtfully behind him. Wait, Bruce is on your special planet, and there's a whole family of Totodile crocodile for alligator living there? That's actually really cool. You're right, though. If Bruce is up there, I must be from a different generation. Maybe I'm part of a branch of the family that stayed behind or something. It's kind of wild to think about. He scratches the back of his head, his grin returning as he processes the information. But hey, that just means there's even more of us out there. That's awesome. I'd love to meet Brutus and the rest of the family sometime. Maybe you can introduce me if I ever get the chance to visit your special haven. It sounds like a pretty amazing place. Phil leans forward, his eyes sparkling with curiosity. What's it like up there? Are there lots of Pokemon and cool stuff to do? I bet it's like a paradise or something. I'd love to hear more about it. He's clearly fascinated by the idea of my special haven and the family of Totodile Colonel Faragger living there. He's eager to learn everything he can about it. Well, how about this? Your whole family, at least your older generation of family, knows about this. I don't know if this generation of your family will. But if you can get your older brother, Brutus, that 4 foot tall, I could see if either of you recognize anything. Hell's eyes widen in surprise and he tilts his head slightly, his expression. Brutus? My older brother? Huh, I never really thought about that. He's always been the serious one, you know? Always trying to keep us in line and make sure we're doing things the right way. But maybe he does know something. He's pretty observant, and he's been around longer than I have. He scratches the back of his head, his tail swishing slowly behind him as he considers the idea. I mean, I never really asked him about it. He's never mentioned anything. But then again, Bruce isn't exactly the type to just bring stuff up out of the blue. He's more of a wait until you ask kind of guy. Toto's grin returns and he nods to see. You know what? That's a great idea, Trenton. Next time I see him, I'll ask him if he knows anything about how I got these abilities. Maybe he's got some insight that I've been missing. And hey, if you're around when I talk to him, you can help me figure out. Two heads are better than one, right? He gives me a playful nudge, his eyes sparkling with excitement. Thanks for the suggestion, Trenton. You've always coming up with the best ideas. What do you say we wrap this up with one last transformation? Something fun, unexpected to see the end of the day on a high note. Hey, I never forgot to ask, what is your nickname actually? Tails eyes light up and he grins wildly, clearly excited by the question. Oh, my nickname? I don't really have one to be honest. Most people just call me Totodile, or sometimes Top for short. If you got a cool nickname in mind for me, I'm all ears. I'm always up for something new and fun. He tilts his head, his tail swishing behind him as he looks at me with curiosity. Got any ideas? Something that fits my personality and my transformation powers? I'm open to suggestions. Tail's playful grin widens and he leans in slightly, clearly eager to hear what I come up with. Well, I'll tell you what. If you can real quickly and go get your family of including that 4 foot tall one named Brutus, I can see if any of you recognize it. What the frick, Brutus? Oh my gosh. Toto's eyes light up with excitement. He nods enthusiastically, his tail wagging furiously. You got it, Chinton. I'll be back in a flash with the whole gang. Bruce is gonna be so stoked to see you again, and the others are gonna love meeting you too. He takes a he takes a step back, his body beginning to shimmer and glow as he prepares to transform. Bruce takes on a playful, "Alright, I'll be quick. Just give me a minute to round everyone up." In a flashlight, Louis transforms into a sleek, bird-like Pokemon, a Pidgeot. He flaps his wings a few times, his feathers glittering in the sunlight, and gives me a cheerful nod. Be right back. He chirps before taking off into the sky, his form disappearing into the distance. True to his word, Totodile returns just a few minutes later, leading a small group of Totodile and a towering Feraligatr. Where the frick? It's a whole family. What the? Did he, uh, wait. Toto returns just a few minutes later, leading a small group of Totodile and a towering Feraligatr, Brutus. The group approaches me, their expressions a mix of curiosity and excitement. Brutus steps forward, his eyes widening in recognition as he sees me. Trenton, it's really you! Bruce exclaims, his deep voice filled with warmth and gratitude. He gives me a friendly ah, his massive frame towering over the Totodiles around him. I can't believe it's been months since you helped me out of that cave. You're looking great, okay? The other Totodiles gather around, their eyes wide with curiosity as they look up at me. Maybe that should be one of the stories then. That way I understand where Brutus came from. Toto transforms back into his original form, grinning proudly as he introduces me to his family. Everyone, this is Trenton, the human who saved Brutus. He's one of the coolest people I've ever met, and he's been hanging out with me all day. The Toto's cheer and chatter excitedly, eagerly thrilled to meet the hero of Bruce's story. Bruce stood for expression warm and sincere. It's great to see you again, Trenton. You've always had a place with our family. Thanks for everything you did, and for being such a good friend to Totodile here. Toto grins up at me, his tail wagging fierce. See, I told you they'd love you. Now, what do you say we all head out for a bit? I'm sure the others would love to see some more transformations, or we can just chill and catch up. Either way, this is gonna be awesome. The group gathers around me, clearly excited to spend time with their new friend and hear more about his adventures. Well, Brutus, there's something I want you to see. Because I think one of your older generation of family had another member of your family also named Brutus, but I helped them a different way by getting rid of a curse for them that was on their family. Oh, heck no. I don't want to see anything. No. His grand. I mean, wait. He said grandpa. That would make sense because I think they said some of the Totodile or some of the Fraggers were a lot older. Dude, this is kind of insane if this story ties together. This story's going to go hand in hand with the reverse cards from Character AI if this goes right. Because this is the. Dude, this is going to be awesome.